If you've been following me for a little time, you would have heard me talk about sleep personalities. I want to share some information about sleep personalities, what they are, and how working with them can completely change the way that your child sleeps. We all have our own unique personalities or temperament. It's not something that we can change. However, a sleep personality is your child's temperament around sleep. Some children may be very laid back and easygoing during the day when it comes to playtime, but when it comes to sleep, they are very different and have a very different temperament and are far more intense and spirited. I first noticed this with my son. He was really laid back when we were doing the things his way and what he wanted to do. But as soon as I tried to get him to sleep, it was just like Jekyll and Hyde. He would flip to being far more intense, far more spicy. And though when doing a temperament quiz, the result would come back laid back, that just was not the case with sleep. So the sleep personality is your child's personality around sleep. I've broken it down into 3 separate sleep personalities: laid back and easygoing, shy and slow to warm up, and intense and spirited. Let me tell you a little bit about each personality. Laid-back children tend to reach all their milestones within the expected range for their age and accept change easily. A good early example of a laid-back baby is when they will happily be passed around from relative to relative without becoming upset or irritable. Laid-back children tend to be easy to determine, and others will often notice their temperament too. Laid-back children are fairly predictable. You'll know when they're going to get tired. The timing is often the same, and they are great at showing you their tired signs. Most thrive on routine and structure, but they will also cope well if you introduce change. A laid-back child can handle a little bit of overtiredness and not fall apart. Lots of easygoing children tend to sleep for longer stretches at a time, but that's not to say there won't ever be any issues. The difference here is that the issues tend to be fairly easily solved with the right gentle techniques and tweaks. Shy children tend to struggle more when it comes to change. They show signs of being unsettled when their routine is disrupted or too much is asked of them. So passing a shy and slow to warm up baby from relative to relative may quickly result in lots of tears. For shy children, making a transition from awake to sleep can take a little bit longer than it would for a more laid-back child. They'll often become overwhelmed with changes happening too quickly, so taking time out from situations as and when you need to is essential. Winding down in preparation for sleep here is key. Routine's essential for shy children. Having that familiar structure will help to provide comfort and a feeling of security that enables them to relax and make the transitions to sleep a little more easily. This goes for nighttime, daytime, nap time routines. Predictability is key. If you have an intense child, you know it early on. Studies have shown that an intense child generally has a harder time with sleep. Not what you wanted to hear, or exactly what you were expecting. The reason for this is that an intense child is typically always on the go, full of energy and wanting to do more and learn more. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this. Intense babies are often described as very alert from a really young age. Noises need to be explained, and they're always looking around at their environment and never seem to switch off. Children in this category rarely fall asleep in their high chair or allow you to carry them from sleeping in the car to their bed. We don't have as much wiggle room with your intense child's sleep. Trying to help an over or undertired intense child to fall asleep can be incredibly challenging, though you probably already know that. It's not all doom and gloom when it comes to your intense child's sleep. You can help them become more independent sleepers by using the right technique and taking small steps. These tiny steps are much more manageable for your little one as they don't realise that they're becoming independent sleepers. And as intense children are quick learners, they pick up new skills incredibly quickly. You just need to know what to introduce and when. When you understand your child's sleep personality, you can work with it. helping them to get the best sleep possible and become a more independent sleeper. Those intense and spirited children do not do well with cry it out techniques. They get overwhelmed quickly and the crying can go on for hours and hours. Intense children do much better with gentle, hands-on techniques. Techniques where you're going to remain with your child, ones where you can pick them up whenever you need to and soothe them however you need to. Laid-back children often need the opportunity to get themselves to sleep after you've helped them to get nice and relaxed, and when they're not so overtired. Starting with the beginning of the night after your child has had some good naps and is really relaxed, they may need very little help getting themselves to sleep. So to warm up, children need lots of pauses when it comes to sleep and independence. They'll need help to unwind, but they're also going to need to help to feel comfortable and relaxed in their room before they go anywhere near their bed. When you're able to make these tweaks to work with your child's unique sleep personality, you'll get the best sleep and are making it as easy as you can for them and you. You can find the link to my sleep personality quiz below. What sleep personality does your child have?